Only one can emerge victorious to claim a spot in the finals. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals begins in a moment. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. You look at the Thunder, fresh and rested after sweeping their last series in the conference semifinals. Greg, can they continue with that momentum?
Well, Kevin, every series is different, and the time off could affect their rhythm or create rust. But the expectation is that they'll pretty swiftly pick up where they left off.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Gobert with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Few guys read the game like Conley.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Goes up from the top of the key. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Great movement in the pick and roll. Gilgeous-Alexander so decisive in that kind of set.
Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
Pass to Holmgren, and it's Hartenstein in the corner. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Love the focus here from SGA at the arc. He hates to waste those opportunities.
Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Edwards with it. It's over Dort. Another shot, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Got one on Holmgren.
And the length of Gobert can be so difficult to deal with, and that's why you have to be physical with him on defense.
And he makes the first.
And Gobert knows his role on this team. Rebound, block shots, and look to score near the basket.
And Gobert drops them both. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren the pass to Hartenstein. Dort kicks to Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Jacks up a 3. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And here is McDaniel. Conley sets a screen for McDaniel. Another miss by Minnesota. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Hartenstein. Here's Holmgren. Outside, Dort. Holmgren sets the screen for Dort, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. The kick out to Williams. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And a solid facilitator that helps that the defense thinks that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to shoot and not pass.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Outside Conley. Gobert with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Conley the pass to Gobert. Over Hartenstein. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Gilgeous-Alexander against Gobert.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
Conley finds Randall. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Back to Holmgren.
2 minutes remaining left. 2 minutes.
Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Dort misses. Timberwolves trail. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Dagnall for a minute. I asked him how you take care of the Stifle Tower himself, Rudy Gobert. Coach said, I think you just try to pester him on defense and stay away from him on offense. If he's anywhere near our shooters, that means it's time to move the ball. So they'll have to play keep away when it comes to Gobert. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. Wallace is checked in for George. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Second team foul.
Oklahoma City shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Alex Caruso.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Thunder making a change here. Joe's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. 1:29 left in the first quarter of the game. Timberwolves trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Clark for 3. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
And sometimes the simplest play is the best one. DiVincenzo made it.
Williams scanning the floor. Pass to Caruso. Back to Williams. Now here's Wallace. Shot clock at 6. Here's the 3. It's Clark with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Reed. He's guarded by Williams. To the paint. And it's Williams with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Pass to Reed. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And this is a team that, quite frankly, has been incredibly impressive so far in the postseason, with only 3 losses to date.
And to get to this stage of the playoffs and only have 3 losses is really incredible. But they can't get carried away knowing that. The job's not finished.
And that does it for the first quarter. Thunder lead by 4. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Oklahoma City.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Out left to the wing. Reed against Williams. Reed kicks to DiVincenzo. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Miller outside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Brent, would you say the point guard is considered the toughest position to play in basketball?
You know, Kevin, I think there's been a massive shift in what the point guard represents in the NBA game. I mean, how many teams over the past couple years that have won championships have played with a traditional setup guard? What we're looking at is duos that can dribble, pass, and shoot and devastate defenses.
And that one, good.
Gilgeous-Alexander up there, so dynamic as a finisher.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Knocks it loose, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Jay's checked in for Williams, and a change for the Timberwolves. Minod's checked in. Edwards drawing the double team. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. The Thunder leading by 3. Caruso kicks to Wiggins. Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. Wallace outside. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves trail by 3. Alexander Walker on the wing. And the call will go against Aaron Wiggins. That's his first foul. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. He's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Wallace. Gobert, he's checked in for Minnesota. Mike Conley comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Alexander Walker. Hasn't made one yet. To the middle, pulls up. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Thunder leading by 3. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Just 5 on the clock. And the 3 ball is good. Dort's got the lead up to 6 now for the Thunder.
You know, the size and skill of Dort is pretty unique. He can be really effective at any position on the floor.
Edwards looking it over. Here's Gobert. Chalk up 2 there. Gobert's got his second bucket of the night.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways. That's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. We thank you for the report.
Well, you see the size and the strength and that ability inside. Edwards can play like a power forward at times.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. And here is Dort. Oklahoma City moving it around. Pass to Wiggins. Rebound, Minnesota. And here is Conley. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And this is the right play by Conley, sticking with the motion and ensuring he gets to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. A different look for Oklahoma City. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams comes in for Alex Caruso. And Wallace subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Minnesota also making some changes. Julius Randle's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Edwards.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Holmgren against Randle. Holmgren sets the screen for Wallace. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Wallace has got 5.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That is his first foul of the game. 1:51 left in the first half of the game. Conley kicks to McDaniels. Randle outside. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Wallace against Conley. Williams passes to Dort. No good on the 3.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Pass to Randle. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound.
And if he gets looks that cleanly, Gobert becomes unstoppable. He makes good use of his body and just wills himself to a foul.
Minnesota shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. He's off on the second. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Williams finds Dort. Wallace outside. 6 to shoot. Outside Williams. Shoots over McDaniel. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Williams has got his 3rd basket of the night. Randle against Holmgren. No one near Conley as he lets it go. Sinks the three-pointer. Conley's got the game tied up here for Minnesota. 35 seconds left here in the second. Wallace kicks to Holmgren. Holmgren with a screen on McDaniel. Williams can't hit.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
3 points.
The Thunder have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Now here's Wallace. Pass to Holmgren. Launches a 3. Buries it from three-point range. Holmgren's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The Timberwolves, 27.
Welcome, everybody, to our Game 1 coverage. It's a tight one indeed for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Look at the rebounding numbers. I'm surprised they've stayed this close. They're not cleaning the glass. It's more like they're fogging it up.
And looking at where the Thunder stand in the series. So far in this series, they've shown they can get the better of this team. But all tied up at the half, Are they getting, I don't know, a little too overconfident?
If they are, that's a mistake. Never underestimate your opponent, especially in the midst of a playoff series.
I agree. You've got to have that killer instinct at all times. Maybe this is a wake-up call for them to get them back on track.
Close games like this certainly help keep us awake, right, Shaq?
There he is again. He has like,
What
what's
happened?
it called when you have the sleeping disorder?
Rip Van Shackle.
There it is.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
We're back at the Western Conference Finals. Happy to have you with us here on 2K Sports. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really making a difference here.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Minnesota's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Randall. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
The strength and the quickness and now the confidence coming along as Randall's able to score.
The overall game of Julius Randle is impressive. He's gritty. He is in there giving it, Brent, his everything.
Yeah, Kevin, you think about that year where he averaged 24, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. I mean, the only other guys that did that were Will Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson, Larry Bird, Russell Westbrook, Jokic, Giannis. All of those guys won MVPs. That's a heck of a list.
Outside Conley, Latrey. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Oklahoma City trailing. Williams with the ball. Now defended by Gobert. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jaden McDaniels. The Thunder have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Edwards against Dort. To the inside. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And I like that. Edwards comes off the pick, keeps his options open, and then just makes the right read.
Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that one for George.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Randall outside. Pass to McDaniels. And here's Edwards from the arc.
And that's a relentless effort from Dort, just a great physical defender.
McDaniels with the ball. Scoreless thus far. Shot clock at 5. They get the rebound. Here's Gobert. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander, with that height at his position, allows him to do so many things other guys really pretty much dream of.
And that one falls for Williams. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Outside Edwards. Conley sets a screen for Edwards. With the teardrop. Conley kicks to Edwards. Edwards drawing the double team. And finished off by Gobert.
And the slam. If Rudy gets that ball anywhere near the rim, he is going to finish it.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Alex Caruso, he's checked in for the Thunder. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Pass to Dort. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Caruso. That shot off.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
Here's Randall. Not going to go that time. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. On the wing, Williams. From downtown, buries the long-range jumper. Williams has got 14 points.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
The Thunder leading by 4. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go. He's got 9.
He's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Here's Alexander Walker. No scoring in this one. Down low, Gobert. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Well, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Caruso, the pass to Williams. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
And that one falls for Williams. A different look for Oklahoma City. Williams comes in for Isaiah Hartenstein. And Wallace subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Reed, he's checked in for Minnesota. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Edwards. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Timberwolves trail by 7. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Randall is doubled. Back to Conley. Clock at 6. Comes up empty down low. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Outside Williams. Pass to Caruso. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Minnesota's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Randall. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Pass to Wallace. Outside, Dort. Sinks the triple. Dort's got the lead up to 10 now for the Thunder.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Conley against Caruso. Conley's shot is off. Outside, Dort. Wallace finds Williams. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
And he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
And that one falls for Williams. Here's Dillingham, defended by Caruso. Inside, here's Randall. It's not going to go for him. And so it's Jalen Williams making things happen for Oklahoma City. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll return shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Wallace. Here's Caruso. Back to Wallace. And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 13. Here's Clark. Knocks down the 10-footer. Clark's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Timberwolves. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams, a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. They're looking to trim the deficit to single digits. Pass to Edwards. DiVincenzo against Gilgeous-Alexander. Reed misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Wallace finds Caruso. And here is Williams. The Thunder with another miss.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Caruso against Edwards. Pass to Garza. Over Wallace. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Garza's got it back down to single digits for the Timberwolves. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Now Caruso. Wallace outside. From past the arc. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. And here is DiVincenzo. Back to Edwards. 5 on the clock. Edwards making a statement.
And he can take off from anywhere at any time. Edwards always a threat.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Williams, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Wallace. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the last break, here's what Mark Daigneault was telling his team. He likes the effort, he likes the play. He said, look, we're rolling now, guys. Let's get that momentum and keep it, and let's make the most of it to win this series. See if they can get it done.
Thank you, David. Dort misses. Timberwolves trail by 7. Pass to Randall. Lets a floater go, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones, and now their defense is in overdrive.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Williams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams to end the cold streak. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's McDaniels, and finished by McDaniels.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
Finally got themselves in the trenches. Momentum completely shifted now. We've got a tight one here in the final period.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Williams. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Edwards. Nice defense from Dort.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
On the wing, Williams lets it fly from 18. And off the front iron, and in it goes. 20 points here for Jalen Williams. Here's Edwards. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. The Thunder leading by 7. From 11 feet away, and Williams gets it to go on the assist by Holmgren. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
Edwards drawing the double team. Conley's shot is off.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Edwards against Dort, down low. And finished off by Gobert.
And man, Gobert is on a tear right now. Keep going to the hot hit.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Outside, Dort. Pass to Williams. Fires the three. The three-pointer is right on target. Williams has got 18 points just in the second half.
Well, wanting to do whatever is good for the team on any given possession. That time, Dort playing unselfishly.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Man, if ever there were a way to kick off the NBA Conference Finals, this is it. Going to be a table-setting victory here in Game 1. for Oklahoma City.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And they open these conference finals with a forceful performance to take the early lead in the series.
Yeah, they talked about sending a message here in Game 1, and no doubt about it, they delivered that message loud and clear. It's obvious who has the upper hand going forward in this series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Williams.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Alex Caruso comes in for Williams. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for George. And it's Cason Wallace in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
One of the most unique players that we've seen, Holmgren, part of this new crop of 7-footers with skill, combines rare length and great ability. And when you add his feel for the game, it could make him special.
Now the Thunder with it. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Now here's Wallace. 6 on the shot clock. A three-pointer. Wiggins drills the three-pointer. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum is so critical, and you know they'll want to ride this wave into Game 2.
That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Jalen Williams.